Hi, I'm Venus Divine, and I'll be talking to you about the drag and the LGBT community in Malta and Gozo.
Hello, my name is Oliver and I am a trans guy who make videos about LGBTQIA plus people where they get to talk about anything that they want that somehow relates to them being queer. In September, I went to Malta to visit Europride with my fellow board members of the European Forum of LGBTI plus Christian groups. While there, I also took the opportunity to meet up with some local queers.
I'm Venus Divine. I am a local Maltese drag queen and Gozo drag queen, because why not? Let's show some Gozo pride. I've been performing for almost 2 years now. I've been part of the community for ages, of course. I did not start out just doing drag. I started out as a bisexual person, then a gay person, then a queer person, and now I might also be transitioning. I'm not sure. Let's dial it down and refer to how I identify in this moment, in this present second. I identify as a queer, gender fluid person. Sometimes I go by Neville, sometimes I go by Venus, because she's not just a drag queen. There's very much two different sides to me that come out whenever the masculine or the feminine takes over. Mainly you can tell from how I dress. The usual Venus is more demure. She would not wear the horns. She might put on the crown for funsies, but Venus the drag queen goes full out. If I could have worn wings, I would have, but it's too hot. Then there's Neville. Neville usually just goes to work. And Neville chills and lays back. Neville does all the work and Venus reaps all the rewards. Not fair at all, but oh well.
Venus started doing drag 2 years ago.
I heard that there was going to be this new gay party. I was like, oh, a new gay party? They're like, yeah, Black Velvet is organizing this new gay thing. I was like, ooh. I went up to Black Velvet, I was like, what is this? They were like, yeah, you should perform. I was like, what? Wait. I thought it was a party. It's not a party? They're like, no, it's a drag show. And I think that with your skills, you should perform. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, you know what? I only thought about it for a few seconds, by the way. A new opportunity to attract attention. Oh, give me it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I participated in the Halloween one, which was the second edition. The party's called Saturday. It's a drag party with drag shows and then an after party with some DJs.
And she fell in love with drag straight away.
Oh no, it gave me a new outlet. It almost gave me a new lease on life in a way, as a different persona. It gave me a platform to make all of my fantasies come true. If I wanted to be a goddess, I would just make a halo and wear a gorgeous dress and put on some fabulous makeup, and there I am, the goddess of love and beauty. If I want to become a demon, same thing. Just get the props, put them on, you are that, and embrace that attitude and that personality. So that for me, it's the transformative aspect, I think. The fact that I can go from A to B and back, and sometimes even to C. It's gorgeous. I love it. And it also helped me figure out more about my gender identity as well. So I'm very grateful for drag in that aspect. And no, it's also a source of income. It's great.
Unfortunately, it's not always easy being a drag performer in Malta.
Oh, you'll get called out as a pedophile, usually. They'll tell you you're indecent for kids. We've been criminalized in a way by society that we prey on kids. We really don't. I know that there are drag queens like Olivia who loves to work with kids because she's an educator herself in her private life. And it saddens me to see her not being able to, do it freely and without consequences. You'll see that all of these media outlets posting about an event she did, and then a bunch of haters in the comments going not in front of my kids, pedophile, all of that. When she's probably one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and she would never hurt a fly. That's one of the downsides of being a drag queen in Malta, where everything is so heavily Catholic and heavily conservative. There's also the heat aspect. Honestly, if you're going to do drag in Malta, fans save lives. Either these fans or the electronic ones, the little handheld fans. Lovely.
But Venus doesn't let anything stop her.
I've had drag performers from my own drag family who were like, we admire you, Venus, for actually going out in drag and going on public transport in drag and, you know, prancing around in a dress in public. Like, we could never do that because they're scared of getting hate crime in the streets, which is quite a possibility with what's been going on.
Venus also has some thoughts on Europride, which was taking place during the time of our interview.
Europride has also put such a spotlight on Malta. I feel like all of these anti-LGBT people with their own agendas are trying to be even more vocal to combat the openness that we are portraying right now. And yes, I say portraying, not implementing, because if we were really implementing the freedom and openness that we advertised for Europride, I would not have to suffer those kind of injustices. Neither I nor other drag performers or LGBT people in general, honestly.
But there are also great things about being a drag performer in Malta.
Upsides may include it's still quite niche, so there's still demand. There is demand, but there's not enough supply of drag queens sometimes. So if you want to start drag, just do it, because there is a market for it.
These are her hopes and dreams for the future of drag in Malta.
I hope drag gets even more mainstream, and I hope that I get even more gigs, and I rise into international fame, because that's what I fucking deserve. I just want to perform more. I want to spread more stories. I want to tell more stories, you know? I want to show more of who Venus is. Venus is a goddess. Venus is a gift from the gods. Hi. I want to also teach people the ways of nature as well through drag. For example, incorporating more mythology and paganism. As a pagan myself, follower of Aphrodite, I want to spread more love as well. And I want to tell people, yes, it's right for you to feel beautiful, regardless of what you're rocking, through my drag, of course. Like, if you can see this, God knows how fat I am, drag queen on stage, in this tight dress, I think you can afford to wear that nice dress that you have at the back of your closet that you've been keeping for a special occasion, you know, but never got the guts to wear. Or yes, maybe you can experiment more with that rainbow eyeshadow palette that you bought to support LGBT pride, you know?
Lastly, Venus wants to show her support for the local queer organizations.
Honestly, like ARC have been amazing. They literally organized Europride from scratch, which is such an achievement in itself. LGBT Gozo is doing a lot of valuable work in Gozo. Maybe they'll change the attitudes there, because honestly the mentality is quite behind in terms of LGBT and openness. And MGRM have been like handling a lot of the like heavy duty work when it comes to supporting people psychologically, and they've been fighting battles against this one person, Matthew Gregg, who has been like subtly promoting conversion therapy. I would like to take this opportunity to make an open call. If you can help out these organizations or your local organizations, please do. Most of the time they are understaffed and overworked, and they do it for free. It's something so admirable that they're like, you know what, I have a busy schedule, I'm studying, I'm working, I'm going to give my free time to the community. I'm not going to keep it for myself. Honestly, that is such an admirable thing.
Okay, one more thing. I just couldn't resist sharing this wholesome thing that happened during our interview.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, darlings. I love being complimented. Oh, I'm feeling my oats.
If you enjoyed watching that video, please like, comment, subscribe and share the video. I really appreciate you showing your love in that way. If you also want to support the channel financially, that's possible via Patreon, but really no pressure. See you next time.